In this video, I'm exploring all 13 regions of League of Legends to find the good, the grey, and the true evil.
Stop laughing! No way! That's the best story I've ever heard.
Nunu, a kid with his friendly yeti, all cute and harmless, right? Then hits you with the 25 Magi stacks at 8 minutes. Nunu's whole point is to look innocent while hitting you like a truck. And suddenly, your whole team disappears. Sejuani is a bit different. She is the commander of the Freljord's army. She freezes anyone in her path. And in-game, she is just like that. She's a wall and you can't ignore her. She slows you down and punishes you. She is inevitable. Lissandra is the classic dictator. She betrays her own people, freezes civilizations, and wants the world under ice. Of course, she's a mid laner. She controls everything. Your actions, your death, even your passive. When you die, you don't die. You serve her. Pure domination.
My God.
We have the city. Surrender your crown.
Darius. Brutal, yes. But he's loyal and honorable by Noxian standards. He follows the rules, respects hierarchy, and he isn't scheming for personal gain. In-game, he is one of the most oppressive fighters to fight against. He wins almost every duel, and he has the ability to execute all enemies. A unchanged masterpiece. Swain plays the long game. He manipulates entire nations, and he makes morally questionable choices. But there's a strategy behind it. It's not pure malice. Swain is the stark opposite in game. Instead of a manipulator, he's a huge guy who just can't die. He took all the brain out and traded it for pure power.
Arcade, don't you dare take this from me!
LeBlanc. She is the embodiment of deception and manipulation for personal gain and chaos. Nothing stops her. She twists people, governments, and events like chess pieces, often without regard for Noxus itself. Her actions are about control and her amusement, not duty. She is a pure villain. And of course, she's a mid laner. What other role would fit this narrative? The clone-making villain is a personal favorite for many of the greatest players in game.
I'm Garen Crownguard, Might of Demacia. It's over for this monster.
I really love how Garen just explains himself. He is the knight in shining armor in you. And the thing he does is slash, spin, execute and repeat. Pure justice. Demacia!
Listen, beast. You don't stand a chance against Fiora.
Fiora is a duelist obsessed with perfection. Her code is personal. She'll humiliate, kill, or humbly retreat. Whatever proves to be the best. Pride over aesthetics. Specifically, this skin reminds me a lot of another game, Metal Gear Rising. She looks just like Raiden, and she plays exactly like him. Jarvan IV, the Golden Prince, with a crown-shaped vendetta. He talks about honor, legacy, but politics and control are his real weapons. On the Rift, he traps, punishes, and dominates you. Your freedom isn't on the menu, and if he can't trap you, congratulations, he's homeless. Karma cannot be evil. She is the balance keeper. Always calm, thoughtful, and she's acting for the people, not herself. On the Rift, she's more about shields and zoning than hurting anyone, even though she can. She's the moral compass you sometimes wish you had. Yasuo, the wandering swordsman. He has guilt stitched into his soul. He kills when necessary, sometimes for survival, sometimes for pride. The lore versus the gameplay of Yasuo is very different. In game, he's known for being a bit of a special case, where whoever plays Yasuo plays nothing else and you're either very good at him or very bad.
The night beckons while you dream.
Jhin's obsession with death as art, cinematic or in-game. Every kill is a performance, every bullet a signature. He's not just dangerous, he's malicious, sadistic, and completely indifferent to anyone else's suffering. And it doesn't matter in what animation or game he is in, he is still the same. Jayce, the golden boy of progress. Jayce genuinely believes technology should help people, not replace them. He messes up a lot, but it's ignorance and ego, not cruelty. On the Rift, he is someone that shoots you from 2 screens away, or jumps in your face and takes your health bar from 100% to absolute 0. Caitlyn's Piltover's police, order above everything else. She wants justice, but only inside a system that conveniently benefits the city. Zaun's casualties are acceptable collateral. In-game, she plays exactly like the mindset. Long range, safe distance, headshots and traps. Viktor doesn't want power, he wants correction. Humanity is inefficient, emotional, broken, so he plans to fix it. If you like it or not. Consent is optional. Flesh is a flaw. On the Rift, he is inevitable. You are not an enemy, you are a malfunction. And once he finishes his upgrades, there's no debate left. Progress doesn't ask permission. Vi is the boxer from hell. She enforces order with blunt force. Violence is her only language, and it fits. In games, she is the standard brawler. She commits to a target and finishes the job. Direct and brutal. Is she harmful? Hell yeah. Is she evil? Not even one bit. Jinx, the walking Jinx. The Joker of League of Legends. Draven would be jealous. Violence isn't her tool, it's her coping mechanism. And she is terrible at coping. In-game, she is a gun fanatic stuck in a MOBA. Is she dangerous? I don't know. Is water wet? She's a broken, loud and spiraling speaker, not the bad guy. On the other hand, Singed knows exactly what he's doing. He strips people down to variables and calls it progress. Suffering isn't a side effect, it's just data for him. On the other hand, in-game, he's just the farty old man who somehow kills you because he just exists. Taric, the one that ascended Targon. He heals, shields and makes gems sparkle, like their life itself. Evil? No. He's too busy being fabulous. In-game, Taric is the one that slows the whole game down. The thing he stands for is slowing his enemies and making his allies' life even easier. Leona, the Sun Warrior. She enforces the Sun's will with zero compromise. Not evil, but she'll punish you like the universe signed off on it. On the Rift, she's the one that jumps in, stuns everyone, and slowly walks away. Discipline is her weapon. In reality, she's always the one going in. Aurelion Sol, the creator of stars, the destroyer of planets, and the one that got enslaved by the Targon's aspects. If anyone is truly evil, at least in Targon, it's the crown-wearing overlords, not the dragon. On the Rift, he flies across the map like a giant celestial airplane. Aurelion Sol doesn't hate you, he just doesn't want you to exist. Azir is the birdman with the god complex, the one that when you play the game is always talking about Shurima. He isn't here to ruin your day, he is here to rebuild an empire that's been dead for millennia. He's not malicious, He's just disappointed that you're standing in his rift. Renekton is the ultimate victim of a bad roommate situation. He spent centuries locked in a tomb with Xerath, and surprise, he came out a bit cranky. He was once a hero, but now he's just a lizard with a grudge and a giant blade. In game, he is the definition of win lane, lose game. He's a tragic hero stuck in the body of a lane bully. Xerath, the literal definition of entitlement. He was a slave who decided that if he couldn't be equal, he should just blow up the sun. He didn't just betray Azir, he deleted the whole country for a power trip. In-game, he's an artillery mage from hell. In-game, Xerath is the reason you have trust issues. He'll snipe you with his ultimate from 10 screens away, and you will never be the same again.
Seems like I'm the one holding all the cards now.
Misfortune. She's the closest thing this Lawless Rock has to a leader. She watched Gangplank murder her family, spent years playing the long game, and finally blew him up. In game, she's the queen of the press R to win. She sits in the back, looks fabulous, and melts your entire health bar with a laugh that haunts your nightmares. About nightmares, Pyke, a literal ghost with a grocery list of people who need to die. He's in the gray zone because he's not really in control anymore. He's a revenant being piloted by the fish gods who think everyone in Bilgewater is guilty. He's a victim of the sea turned into a killer. And in game he is the press R to win ghost. X marks the win.
Neither the flames nor the depths could claim me.
Gangplank. This man is too angry to die. He ruled Bilgewater with an iron fist and a bag of oranges. And when he lost it all, he didn't learn a lesson. He just got meaner. He is Blackbeard in League of Legends. He is a pure ego-driven malice. And in game he is totally the same. The global pressure with his ult. Oh, you wanted to kill your enemies? Now the enemy is dead, and I get the credit.
What?
Rival scouts! This campsite ain't big enough for the four of us.
Teemo. In lore, he's a dedicated scout, a loyal friend, and a protector of the Bandle City. He's basically a fluffy boy scout with a blowgun. A hero, right? But in game, he's the literal devil. There's no other explanation. You try to walk anywhere, boom, a minefield. And this little guy is laughing in the bush, like he didn't do it. Heimerdinger, he's a man of science, mostly focused on progress and making sure his hair stays perfectly poofy. He isn't malicious, he's just obsessed with turrets. Heimerdinger is really not that bad in game. You just have to stay away from him. He can only hurt you when you try to hurt him. Now, the true evil, Vigor, the most dangerous and terrifying and dark sorcerer to ever exist. He says it himself. He is evil. At least, that's what he tells himself in the mirror every morning. He was tortured by Mordekaiser, and now he's dedicated his life to being the greatest villain Runeterra has ever seen. Kai'Sa, she's the girl who fell into the abyss, even after years of wearing a symbiotic suit that literally eats people. She still has a human heart. She's out there fighting the monsters, so no one else has to fall into the darkness.
Change is good.
Kha'Zix. He's the purest form of evolution. Viktor would be proud. He doesn't have a manifesto. He doesn't hate you. He doesn't care about politics. He just wants to eat the strongest thing he can find so he can grow. It's nothing personal. It's just the food chain.
I am everything.
Now, the Void's god or queen, Bel'Veth. The Void usually just wants to erase everything, but Bel'Veth wants to consume it all and replace it with herself. She's a cosmic level colonizer who sees the entire world as a buffet. She doesn't just want to kill you, she wants to turn your history into her lunch. Milio! He's the purest soul in Runeterra. Just a kid from a village with a backpack full of fire buddies and a smile that could end a war. In a game filled with cosmic horrors and ancient demons, Milio is the 5-second breather you get before the chaos starts again. He's the ultimate support that says, I got you, homie. Now Rengar, he's the apex predator. He doesn't care about politics. He just wants a bigger head. Does this remind you of someone else? And unfortunately for you, your ADC's head looks like a perfect fit.
There will always be someone who is better, and that person is me.
Qiyana, the definition of a narcissist. She wouldn't just step over her sister to get the throne. She'd pave the road with them and then complain about the dust on her shoes. Her ego is so massive, it literally bends the elements to her will. She is a mean girl, and League kinda loves that. Ryze, he's the cosmic janitor, at least in vibes that is. He fixes the world when nobody else cares. Ryze has spent centuries basically juggling nuclear launch codes, the world runes, because if he drops one, the map gets deleted. Jax, the last survivor of the kingdom that got swallowed by the void, and his response was to wander the world with a glowing lamp and a bad attitude. He's not out to save anyone, he just wants to find someone who can actually survive a 1v1 with him. Brand, the cautionary tale of what happens when you don't listen to your teacher. The Tai Long of League of Legends, Ryze's former apprentice that touched a world rune and decided that global arson was the better career path than saving the world, and he became the fire that burns everyone, and now he's a walking inferno.
Ram, tell me a story.
There was once a pale man with dark hair who was very lonely.
Why was it lonely?
All things must meet this man, so they shunned him.
Did he chase them all?
He took an axe and split himself in two.
So he would always have a friend.
So he would always have a friend.
Hecarim, the Shadow Isle's favorite designated driver. His betrayal was basically just a massive oops moment. He stabbed Kalista in the back because he was bored and wanted war, and now he's cursed to be a centaur for eternity. In-game, he's played exclusively by psychopaths and people who think Dantes is a lifestyle. He's a 200-mile-per-hour jump scare that ignores your frontline, deletes your squishies, and lifesteals through it all. Fiddlesticks, he isn't evil, he isn't alive, he's an ancient fear wearing a scarecrow as a suit. Evelyn, agony with a physical form. She doesn't want power, she just wants you to stay awake as she takes you apart. Shaco, the clown that doesn't have lore, he's pure chaos, no motive, no origin, just a box that ruins your jungle pathing. Nocturne, the literal personification of a nightmare. He is why you're afraid of the dark, especially when the screen goes black and you hear that darkness. Tahm Kench, a businessman of the abyss. He'll save your life, but the interest rate on your soul is going to be a problem. Karthus, guy who fell so in love with death that he decided to make it everyone's problem. He's not a villain, he's just a very persistent choir director who refuses to stop singing. Thresh, the worst of the bunch. Most villains want something. Power, revenge, evolution. Thresh just wants to see how long he can keep you screaming. He took the apocalypse of the Shadow Isles and turned it into his personal playground. He didn't just become a monster, he is the monster of League of Legends. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any other questionable characters, just post them in the comments. Thank you for watching.